Okay. Cut it out, all right? So here we are again with your host, Kevin Nunez, for the Mangu and Presidentes Weekly Review. Week 11 was amazing. There was a lot of upsets. There was some unbelievable moments, and one fantasy error change. So believe this, folks. Believe this. Hear me out, guys. This fantasy league is going through some things, man. Better Half of Fusion pulled up a dub against Dirty Jersey, and that was huge, sending Dirty Jersey on a 2-game losing streak, and now 5-6, sitting on the outside looking in for the playoff hunt right now. Better Half of Fusion won that game, 122 to 103. Better Half of Fusion now sitting at 7-4, sitting all right so far for the playoff hunt. Moving to the second game of the week, I didn't want to say not only better. It was the best game of the week. It was a game of the week. There's nothing you can say about that. Everybody celebrated Jadea's loss, and Jadea came out with a dub. Everybody celebrated it too early, and the error change came in. The Chargers' defense was assigned one more point than they should have had. The stat said it was 26 points allowed when it was really 28. And that 1 point was all the difference to send Jaleel from under 500, from going 5-6 to sitting at 6-5. And in that division, that's huge. That's huge for that man. And Los Rompe people, they're sticking around. They're like, they're like the little, I don't want to know. They're like just sticking around. They're like the little. You just can't crush them, like cockroaches. You just can't crush them. They're sticking around. They're going to be here. You're going to see. You got to put them out. You're going to put them out. And after that third matchup of the week, Team Ratata wins 113 to 104 over Maui 2 Wavy Baby. And that's huge. That's a big win for Team Ratata. Now they're sitting at 7-4. And moving on to the next game, it wasn't much of a game, honestly. Moy says you got to start bringing it, man. You're not bringing it every week. 62 points to 123 points. Honestly, you can't call Burkhead tearing his ACL and Matt Ryan throwing up a fiver. So, never mind. That's just a rough week. Taysom Hill at tight end, that's tough. Nobody was really going to be able to beat a 24 at the tight end. But anyway, moving on to the last game of the week. NYC Chikungunya pulling up the dub, man. Pulling out a dub against I'm Inevitable, who was already claiming that his dub was inevitable. He was very, but it was a respectful game. It was a respectful matchup, 101 to 83, and, Dude Johnson threw up the 5, or Julio was hurt, threw up 4 negative from the D. 0 from the KC D, but whatever. At the end of the day, Deshaun Watson 31 ball was huge for Lenny's team to win. There's not much you can do about that, You just got to pick yourself up and move on. But speaking of the pick yourself up, and, Lenny's sitting at 7-4 now. So he's still looking good for the playoff hunt. He's sitting at, tied for first place, kind of, unless you're going for points for, and Better Half of Fusion's actually in first place. But whatever, tied. Whatever. They're playing against Team Ratata next week. Week 12. Team Ratata, NYC Chikungunya, 7-4, 7-4. With one more week of regular season football going on, man. After this, that's big. That's big for playoff implications. The winner of that league the winner of that game is going to be looking pretty decent heading into the last week before playoffs, especially in this hard division. But, Better Half of Fusion doesn't have it any better. Better Half of Fusion's up against I Am Inevitable, who's at 6-5, still with a glimmer of hope to try to get into the playoffs. They're going to be coming hard. So 7-4 over 6-5, big matchup. Better Half of Fusion, I Am Inevitable. It's going to be a good game. But after that, we got Maui 2A playing Big Mac Attack Cena, and Christian, you're on a 5-game losing streak after that error. So, you had a great week. Some say you should have won. Let's see what he can do to try to snap that streak against Maui 2 Wavy. After that, you got Dirty Jersey Clickett and Moises, and it's pretty tough when you think about it because Dirty Jersey they were looking like a sure playoff team at 5-4 in the shitty division, and then they lose a couple of tough back to backs and loses to Ariane, loses to K Noon, loses to he lost to the Fusion back to back weeks, but he's up against Moises, so if he can get honestly Moises low-key in that division might not even be out of it. Like if he wins the next 2 games and like there's 2 losses, he can like maybe win out. I don't know, whatever, we'll see. So that's big. So Monto's gonna look to try to beat Moises this in week 12 because that's huge for him, or his season could be done. Los Rompepipo play Super Saiyan AP, both tied for first place in the NFC East, the shit division, conference, whatever you want to call it, and they're both sitting at 6-5. So that's big. Whoever wins that, whoever gets to 7 wins, honestly, I'm just because of that, Moises you can't get into the playoffs, but whoever wins that is gonna be 7-5. Oof. So, all right, guys, that's all we got, man. That's gonna be a huge week. Week 12 is huge. We got 1 week left after this week, so every win is huge. Every win is huge. All right, guys, that's all. Thank you, and stay safe first and foremost, and have a good night. All right, guys, thank you.